I'm gonna make her proud this year. Oh, but I want to make him prouder. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god. New year comes new problems and new challenges and new goals. And for this year, I felt like I had to do it. If I'm being very honest, I lost someone very meaningful to me last year, and ever since then I've lost all sense of direction. And I really wanted this year to be a little bit different because I feel like I've closed off a lot of people in my life and I've started being not so open-minded anymore. And that's why I wanted to change again this year. I wanted to get to know you guys more, let you guys know a bit more about myself and get to know more creators, for example. So this is going to be my journey and this is how I plan it out. So come along if you want to see my journey. You see, one of my biggest goals since forever has been to travel to Japan again, and for this year I finally wanted to make it a reality. I've saved up enough and I was ready to go. And like I said, I wanted to collaborate with a few creators, and that's what I did in the beginning of this year. And today I want to show you guys how I achieved that and what my thought process is when trying to achieve such goals. I like to think that setting goals is like making that cup of coffee in the morning. It wakes you up and you take it step by step. First, you boil some hot water. You add your coffee or your powder. Then you pour the hot water, and then the milk, and maybe sugar or ice. It's up to you. It all depends on the person and your preferences and how you want to reach your goal or how you want to make your final morning coffee. If you guys don't know me yet, I am a very messy person. Not like physically, but very like mentally, I'm a very messy person. I have a lot of thoughts at one time and maybe undiagnosed ADHD. Who might know? And I found out through experience that the best way for me to organize my thoughts is to write it down. Think of it as organizing your things back on a shelf and putting everything back in place. To do this, I personally love using Notion. If you guys are not already familiar with Notion, it is a easy to use platform to organize your thoughts, ideas, goals, for example, as well. I use it all the time to organize my to-do lists for the day, my goals for the year, and this is how it looks like. You can actually customize it to your liking however you want to, and it's really easy to use. So I customized my goal page so that it would be easier to look at and more pretty to look at, and you can even share this with friends and family. If you think this is something that could be useful to you, then there is a link in my description, and feel free to try out Notion. It's actually completely free to try out, so yeah. I always break down my goals in short, mid, and long term. Because this film strip is like your whole lifetime, and breaking it down to short, mid, and long term goals is just so much easier. And the one thing I love about Notion is that they always have so many templates for me to pick out from. I'm a very visual girly, so I definitely need my visuals when I plan something out. So if you're sort of like someone who likes it a little bit darker, then there's so many for you, and there's also like other templates if you're more of like a cute girly. Yeah, it just makes everything so cute, aesthetic, and simple. They also have a new feature called AI, so basically you can type in whatever you want and also search for files in your Notion itself, and it would find your files for you and give you advice and tips. So that's something I really like as well. It makes everything so much easier. For example, my short-term goal for this year, January, was to collaborate with Brady Bissett. I've looked up to him for my entire career and I really wanted to do something with him, so I was really nervous about it, but I felt like I really had to do it. So I decided to take baby steps towards this goal and, send him a little DM and see how it went. You could say I took a leap. And funny enough, he replied and he was down to do a collab with me. And we ended up filming something so cool together. Here's the video, by the way. An example for a long-term goal could be something like, winning 5 Oscars maybe? No, but in all seriousness, I know how tough it is to not look too far in the future, to plan out your goals, to not feel lost while planning your goals, because that's exactly how I feel all the time. You look so far ahead in the future until you can't grasp it anymore. But I think it is so important to focus on exactly what you are doing now, exactly what you want to be doing, and eventually you'll get there. I think so many of us, including me, forget sometimes that we have so many good things that are happening right now in our lives, that we plan for the future. We think that everything in the future is going to be greater than what it is today. And that is just completely wrong, because life doesn't come at you, it comes from you. So if you're ever planning your goals, just remember, think about what you're doing now, and what you're doing now really matters. Just be yourself, do you, and focus on what you're most passionate about and what you want to achieve in life. I hope this video helped you, and thank you so much for watching. Until the next one.